Alright, ladies and gents, I think we are just about ready to get the stream started today. Everything looks good to go, so why don't we go ahead and dive on into the Wednesday stream. I'm about ready to kick this one off. Let me just stretch quick. Ow. And take a sip of my water. Pretty sure I just pulled something in my shoulder, but we will deal with that at a later time. Can't open my water. Hold on one second. All right, there we go. Welcome everybody back again to another stream. Today is stream number 267 already. Wowzers. And of course for today's stream, we're just going to chill out for a bit. We're just going to relax and just have a pretty casual, laid back Wednesday stream. Before we begin though, let's go over our streaming schedule. We stream Monday to Friday, 6 to 7 Central, daily updates on the community tab. You guys know how it goes if you've been here before. And like I said, guys, we're just going to do a very chill, very casual, very laid back stream today. If you guys had any questions, I would love to answer them. And we're just going to be hanging out for the hour. But before we get started with all of that, how are you guys doing on this lovely Wednesday evening? Yeah, it is Wednesday. Yes. Wednesday, December 7th. Did I hear the news about the Scarlet and Violet anime? I did not. Feel free to break it to me in the chat, because I have not been on the internet at all today. I woke up, took a shower, and came here. Here I am. So this is basically all I've been doing today. So feel free to let me know in the chat. Won't be here for the Friday stream. Gotta go see my baby cousin. Hey, no big deal. Hopefully that goes well for you. As usual, guys, I'm not really, super bent out of shape if you guys can't be here. You guys know that. The streams will always be available as videos after they get done airing. So if you ever want to rewatch them or watch them if you miss one, you are totally free to do that. I know a lot of you guys do that, so big shout out to you guys right there. Just got home from robotics. Awesome. Sounds like fun. Chill, been fun and annoying at the same time. Understandable. Lego people live in houses made of their own flesh. Yes, that is true, because, you know, Lego bricks and Lego people, and you build the houses out of the Lego bricks, which are the same material as the Lego people. Technically, that is true. They showed what the starters look like in the anime. They are adorable. I saw they had, like, these little animated shorts with each of the Scarlet and Violet starters. I thought those were pretty cool. I haven't seen the Duck. I haven't seen Quaxley's yet, but I have seen Sprigatito and Fuecoco, so the two that matter. The Duck doesn't matter. Might be a hot take, but there you go. I just got a new Ninjago set. Cool. Hopefully it's a good one. Sounds like fun. Let's see. What else do we got here? I was able to post the Swift review on my mom's account on IMDb. You're going to have to send that my way. I would love to read it, see what you have to say about the legendary film known as Swift. Glad you were finally able to post it, though. That's pretty cool. Excuse me 1 second. I'm going to take another sip of my water. Ash is also confirmed to return in there. Cool. Yeah, I never really thought that they would get rid of him. I would want them to, maybe. I think that could be a very brave decision to make, but, you know, he is the sole moneymaker. Same reason why Ninjago will never swap out the main ninja. As much as I would love for them to do that at some point, they're not going to, because these guys are the moneymakers. This is what happens. When did I start watching Ninjago? Back in 2011 during the pilots. That's when I first started watching. I've been here ever since. Ninjago's always given me a reason to come back and check out the newer seasons. So yeah, all the way back in 2011 is when I started. Favorite Ninjago weapon? Ooh, like a singular weapon or a group of weapons? I really like the elemental blades from season 2. I think those are pretty sweet. I also don't mind the techno blades. The techno blades are pretty sweet as well. I'm also a big fan of the Sword of Sanctuary. So I'd say those 3. Elemental blades, techno blades, and the Sword of Sanctuary. All of those are pretty solid weapons in my opinion. Or Birds of a Feather. Oh yeah, true, because that movie has about 18 different titles. It makes no sense. Let's see. Have I seen that in the combo mech there's the robot that looks like Woo? Someone said it's a Woo bot, has the belt and the pants. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the deal is with the Woo bots. Maybe I could pull up a picture of one real quick. The Woo bots, you can get them in a couple of different sets, right? They also come in the Hydro Bounty, if I'm not mistaken. But they look something similar to this, and some people might find them pretty adorable. I don't really know what to think of them. I mean, it's a Woo bot. It's a robot that looks like Master Woo. I'm not really sure what else I can say about these guys that haven't been said already. It's a Woo bot. But how do you guys feel about the Woo bots? Feel free to let me know. I think they make good cannon fodder, you know? If you're actually playing with these sets as well, it makes it, it's a fun enemy to mow down. So I think that's good. There's a different design for the combo mech, but essentially it's the same thing, right? At least we're getting pixel bots. Yeah, I think we are actually in the new J set. I think we're getting a pixel bot. So that's interesting. Send it to you. Awesome. I'll be sure to check it out after the stream wraps up there. Thanks for sending it my way. Sick today, got sick last night. How am I doing? Sorry to hear that you're sick. I hope you get better soon. Otherwise, I'm doing pretty good. Just a little tired. The day hasn't really started for me just yet. This is the first thing that I'm doing today, basically. So yeah, I'm hoping the day goes well. Otherwise, I didn't really sleep all great, I guess. My sleep was kind of not great. Did I play the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Wave 3 DLC yet? It's out now? I didn't realize it was out this soon. I haven't played it yet. We'll probably play it this Friday on the stream, though. I imagine we'll play some Mario Kart during this Friday's stream, so I'm sure we'll check it out during that stream. But no, I haven't played it just yet, to answer your question there. Played Ninjago Prime Empire game today. Oh, that game's a lot of fun, especially the one, the online game, I assume you mean. That one's really fun to play. It's not very good, from from a perspective of somebody that's played a lot of games before. It's not a good game, but it's fun. That's all that matters, right? As long as it's fun, that's good for me. Just got done building the Jungle Dragon set today. Ooh, the Jungle Dragon, not a bad set right there. Unfortunately, here's some sad news regarding the Jungle Dragon. I had to part down my set recently just because there's too many LEGO sets over on my shelf over there. I had to get rid of some of them to make room for the upcoming core stuff, and the Jungle Dragon was one of the ones to get parted down and put into storage, unfortunately. So I still have my Jungle Dragon. It's around here somewhere, but I don't have it on the shelf no more. It's very sad. Yeah, Zippy got put in storage. Oh no. Maybe he'll come back out one day after I get a little bit more room in here. But as it stands, usually I have to cycle through a couple different LEGO sets. For example, when the upcoming summer stuff comes out for 2023, I'm gonna have to get rid of some of the core stuff from this year, from 2022, because it'll just all cycle out. So hit the mic there, apologies, but it just cycles itself out over in my collection. So let's see, got bit at work, didn't break the skin, but it's bruising. Hopefully that works out well for you. I mean, getting bit is never fun. Hopefully that heals okay. Glad it didn't break the skin, but bruising isn't good either, but I imagine you know how to take care of it. Sorry that happened though. That sounds not fun at all. You could have gotten rid of the coal cars, or you couldn't have got rid of the coal cars. Let's see, what type of coal vehicles do I have over here? I have his Dragon Cruiser, and actually that's about it. I think that's the only coal themed set that I have over here right now is the Dragon Cruiser. Crystallized pictures, please. You got it. Sounds good to me. Yeah, I think that's the only coal themed set that I have. I will be adding the core Coal Dragon January 1st when it comes out, so that'll be good. I'll get another coal set in here. Is it possible for someone to inherit 2 elements? That's a really interesting question. I'm not really sure if it is, though. We've seen stuff like the Time Twins, where it's one power split between 2 people, and, different aspects of the power go to each side. I'm not sure if somebody can inherit 2, though. I mean, Skylar exists, but I don't think she's really inheriting powers, right? Her inherited power is the ability to copy other people's powers. So that's a good question. I'm not too sure. You could also say maybe Lloyd, because Lloyd has had a bunch of different powers, but I get what you mean, right? Somebody that has, say, for example, lightning and water mixed together, like a hydroelectric ninja. That'd be pretty sweet. Jay has used wind before, and Nia used ice. Nia using ice I don't consider to be that big of a deal, because I don't really think she used the whole power. She used aspects of it, aspects that shared with water. So I'm not really sure if that counts as Nia using ice. And Jay using wind was confirmed to be a mistake. So we don't really need to consider that anymore. You guys remember that famous scene during episode 10, right? Where Jay uses wind? Everybody remembers that scene. That scene was pretty infamous for the longest time. And then when they actually introduced wind into the Ninjago series, it really started to not make sense. Here's a photo of it in case you guys do not remember that fateful moment. There we go. Wind. Yeah, that's totally wind there, buddy. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, no, that's confirmed to be a mistake. Tommy Andresen said that we just need to disregard that. Not actually something that happened, not canon. Have I seen the Pixane lines that Brent Miller is working on? He posted on his YouTube channel. I don't think I did. I thought I saw something about like a script, but I didn't really look into it. If that's what that was, if that's what you mean by that, then no, I haven't seen that fully just yet. So I'm sure it's fantastic though, since it's Brent Miller. Yeah, Kai's my favorite ninja because I like arson. Cool. Just don't do it, because then you'll get arrested, and that's not fun. Where's Kat? She's sleeping. I don't know when she's going to make a return to the streams. I will say, they did hire someone new at her job, from what I've heard. So maybe she'll be here on Fridays now. I don't know. Can't really say for certain. It's been a hot minute since we've had Kat on the stream. As I take a sip of my water there. Read it. It's so adorable. Let's see if I can find it quick for you guys. We'll read it together. I'll react to this in real time. It's on Brent Miller's YouTube channel, you said? Alright, sounds like a plan. Let's see if I can pull it up quick. Let's go to the Brent Miller YouTube channel. It's fantastic. That's fantastic. Is it on his... Oh, yep, I think I see it. It's on his newest video right here. All right, cool. Yeah, I think I found it. All right, let's go ahead and check it out together. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the chat on my phone so we can look at this together as we react to it together. I have not seen this, so I guess this will be a nice little surprise for everybody. Let's do it. So let me big screen this thing and go to my screen capture. All right, so I think I got it right here. Let's see. This is coming from the video on Brent Miller's channel. Recorded all of Ninjago crystallized lines in a box. So I have not seen this video. I have not seen this script. Let's do it together. Interior, Pixel's workshop. Pixel is working on building a mini robot that looks similar to Zane. Oh boy, we're already off to a great start here with the ninja's children. Oh boy, this is where Zane finds his son. She's using a screwdriver to assemble some pieces. Zane walks in, immediately slows down when he sees what she's doing. He is jealous. He's jealous of his own son. Zane, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were screwing around. Pixel, who are you to judge, Zane? You spend more time playing video games than with me. Is that traditionally what happens? I don't consider Zane to be a gamer. She tightens one of the bolts in a frustrated motion. Zane, Pixel, you know I only have eyes for you. Why this need to recreate a version of me? Yes. All right, let's continue on. This is epic. This is like a soap opera right here. Pixel, because this version will actually care when I complain about a bad hair day. That is illogical. Your hairpiece never moves. Not the point, Zane. I need someone who will care for me. Give me a back rub on a bad day. Tell me I'm pretty. What? I don't know what this is. Zane interrupts. Oh boy, I can only imagine what Zane says when he interrupts. But you are not pretty. Wow. Shocker. It's like the vortex of time is frozen. The shock and horror that hits Pixel is terrible. Tension is building. Oh no. Zane just dissed Pixel. How could he? Pixel very hurt. Zane, how could you? Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Zane, you are not pretty because Pixel, you are beautiful. Aw, look at that. He made up for it. With that, Pixel jumps into his arms. They begin to smooch it out. I guess robots can do some smooching. Yeah, I mean, that's cute. That's nice and wholesome. That definitely did not end the way that I thought it would end. I thought Zane was going to blow it big time here, and Pixel was going to run off with this not Zane robot thing. But no, Zane made up for it. He called her beautiful. How cute is that? That actually was pretty wholesome. That was worth it. Think this is Ninjago 18 plus. I mean, for a while there, it felt like it was going somewhere, you know, with the back rubs and whatever. I was like, okay, what are we doing here? But, you know, they turned it around. They made up for it. A huge shout out to Brent Miller once again. Check out this video. I'll probably check it out a little bit later. I haven't seen the whole thing, obviously, but I'll be sure to check that out a little later. That was a pretty fun adventure there to check out the Zane and Pixel ship script, so that was pretty cool. That was a good suggestion. They later did non-PG-13 things somehow. Yeah, they're robots. I guess I'll just leave that up to your guys' imagination. Whatever you guys want to think happened after that, happened after that. Think he's confused of what he just read? Yeah, I would be too. Thank you, L. Mari, for subscribing. I also don't have my volume on for some reason. There we go. Thank you, El Mari, for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate that. What have I missed? We just looked at some pretty interesting, a pretty interesting script involving Zane and Pixel. That was pretty cute, actually. It didn't go somewhere. It went to a very happy place, which I think is good. That could have been a bajillion times worse, but I'm glad it was not. So, you know. It is what it is. If powers pass through bloodlines, then why couldn't the ninja use them from day one? From what I understand, you need to unlock your true potential in order to actually get in tune with your powers. And after that, you can basically use your powers freely, I suppose. At least that's how I've been interpreting it. I'm sure different people see it different ways. But from what I can see, you have the power, but you need to awaken it. You know, if that makes sense. So, Scorpion or Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero. I don't play a lot of Mortal Kombat, but I think Sub-Zero is a pretty cool character. Did I see Tommy Andreessen's ninja drawing? I did not. Where did he post that? Did he post it on his Twitter or somewhere else? Because we could totally check it out. If you guys want to, you know. I probably will if he posted it on his Twitter. Kind of want to see this as a stop motion. There you go, stop motion artists out there. There's a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys do really good work. Somebody should animate that Zane and Pixel script. I'm sure that'd be awesome there. You should force an AI to watch every episode of Ninjago and then make it write its own Ninjago episode. Here's a little bit of a secret that I was going to film later tonight, right? Honest to God, I was going to film this later tonight. I have my ideas written down and everything. I was going to do... I found this AI bot, right, that will generate, just something that you type. You type a question and it'll generate something based on what you type, right? So I tasked it to write a new Ninjago season, or like a plot synopsis for a new Ninjago season, and I got a couple of different ideas. One is a Civil War season. That one turned out pretty good. One is a Wild West season. One is a space season, and there's a few other ones that I don't want to reveal just yet, but that'll be one of tomorrow's videos if everything goes well tonight, having AIs write new seasons of Ninjago. So it's funny that you should mention that, because something like that is coming very, very soon. In fact, should be tomorrow if everything goes well tonight. So yeah, some of those ideas turned out really funny, especially the Civil War one. You will not believe who's on both sides of the ninja team here during the Civil War conflict. They have some pretty interesting teams, I just will say that. So let's see. Didn't another YouTuber do the scripted one? I'm not so sure. I don't really watch anyone else's content on here, but if someone already did an idea similar to that, then I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm doing something similar, but I'm not doing like whole scripts. I'm doing like plot synopsises, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really watch anyone else's stuff on here. Monster Hunter season. Ooh, that's an interesting idea. That could be like a good Halloween season, right? That's not too bad. Yeah, it is pretty fun. I'm really happy with the results, like I said, especially for the Civil War season, because it makes no sense and the teams are ridiculous. It's fantastic. Twitter's gonna go off saying you're running out. They say that for everything, man. I could make a video about literally anything and Ninjago Twitter will be like, oh, he's running out of ideas. Yep, totally. That's why I have a whole list of ideas that I want to do one day. I'm totally out of ideas, guys. Oh no. Like, you can say that I have bad ideas. Like, I'll accept that. I agree, some of my videos do sometimes feel like, okay, is this really necessary? But to say that I'm running out of ideas, that's just objectively wrong, because I have a whole list of ideas here that I want to use for videos eventually. Bad ideas, sure. Ideas in general, no. So, just be sure to critique something that's actually worth critiquing, I guess. Let's see. I don't know his user, but he loves Dareth. Oh boy, Dareth fans. Always awesome to deal with. Tommy Andreessen's drawing is on YouTube on the Lego channel. Oh, I know what you're talking about. The Bone King, or the Bone Warrior drawing. Yeah, let's check it out. I haven't actually seen that yet either, so let's go ahead and check it out. For those that don't know, Lego recently uploaded a bunch of videos on their channel. Very much Ninjago themed. Some of them are more Ninjago inspired than others. But let's go ahead and check out the one where Tommy Andreessen has a drawing. Where is it? Ooh, okay, he did how to draw a ninja, how to draw a bone warrior. We'll take a look at both. Let's start with the ninja. I'm also going to half speed this and mute it so I don't get a copyright claim from Lego. But let's check it out. This comes from the Lego video known as Lego Ninjago Masterclass, How to Draw a Ninja. A lot of dislikes on this one for some reason. I wonder why. Let's see some of the progress here. That's pretty good progress. And can we see the final result? Let's see, final result. And there it is. That doesn't look too bad, actually. That doesn't look too bad. That looks pretty good. All of Tommy Andreessen's drawings look good, though. The dude can draw. That's really cool. If you guys haven't checked out this video, I would totally recommend it. He's got a nice little Kai. Really, really big Kai minifigure right there. But yeah, that's how you draw a ninja. Let's check out the Bone Warrior one, though. That's what I'm most curious. I was actually kind of surprised to see him get involved with 2023 Ninjago stuff, if I'm being honest here. Going back to our screen capture, here we have Tommy Andreessen, and his Bone Warrior drawing is looking like this. That looks pretty cool. I like that. That looks really cool, actually. He also has on his desk, I don't know if you guys can see that, a little Core Kai and a little Core Bone Warrior dude from the new wave. So yeah, it is kind of weird seeing Tommy Andreessen react to 2023 stuff, but at least this drawing looks cool. I'm happy with that. Not too shabby at all. Those are awesome. It's alright, but I mean art is opinion based? Oh, totally, yeah. I think it looks cool. I think it looks cool. All art is opinionated, that's true. You can't objectively say something is good or bad, especially when it comes to art. All opinion based. Sorry, what happened to the merch and people copying it? I should specify, nobody copied, like, my merch designs. They copied a design for my advertisement that I made for the merch itself. So they didn't copy the merch design, they copied the advertisement design, which I still find to be very strange. Like, I don't know why they would do that. That's a very weird thing to do. So, it's not like I'm super upset about it, though. I just found it to be very, very odd and strange. Like why? I don't know. Very weird. Very, very strange. Yeah, so one of you guys sent that to me last night, and that was a very, very weird thing to see. I was like, all right, that's odd. Master of the Mountain images? Sure, you got it. But yeah, I'm not, like, freaking out over it. I'm not, like, sitting here with my super epic lawyers trying to figure out how to take this guy down. At the end of the day, I don't really care too much. It was just very, very strange. No Way Home turns 1 in 10 days. That's amazing. That movie's been out for almost a year now. That's pretty crazy. Seems like just yesterday. Let's see. You should use an AI chatbot to help you create a Ninjago OC. That could be pretty fun. Actually, funny you should mention that as well. The new AI thing that I was working on last night, one of the tasks that I gave it was to introduce a new villain. So it actually is creating its own characters, just not designs for it, Like, for example, in the Wild West season, I might want to redo that one, but in the Wild West season, in the first draft, they thought up a villain called the Desert Scorpion, which sounds like a really, really cool name. But like I said, I might go ahead and revise that one because some of the other stuff in that paragraph doesn't really make much sense. Like, it kept on bringing back Garmadon for some reason. I told it to bring back an older villain and introduce a new one. So it kept on bringing back either Garmadon or the Overlord, which I don't really care for either of those villains coming back and being, villains. Garmadon, he's a good guy now, and the Overlord, he literally just came back and crystallized. So I wanted to do different villains, so I might scrap that one, do a different one, but, Desert Scorpion sounds like a pretty cool villain name. Maybe it could be like one of the scorpions from Chima, but like desert themed. Scorpion Chima. Let me pull up an example quick. Let me pull up an example. Like something like, where's a good minifigure? How do I get the big Yoshi? Where is it? Okay, here we go. Like something like this. I think it could be cool if like Ninjago would introduce like a scorpion themed villain that looked something similar to this. That'd be pretty sweet. Not these weird bat dudes in the back, but the scorpions. The scorpions. They look really cool. All things considered there. Not too shabby. Is it a female villain? I don't think it's specified, but I think it'd be cool if the Desert Scorpion was a female villain. That'd be awesome. I feel like we need more female villains in Ninjago. Like a Scorpion Queen? Yeah, there you go. Good idea. Scorpion Queen. You got the Scorpion King. Now you got the Scorpion Queen. It's amazing. Did I know that I have more videos than Mr. Beast? How many videos does Mr. Beast have? Let's go to Mr. Beast and his lovely YouTube channel. Or should I say, my alt right here, Mr. Beast. Obviously, it's my alt account right here. How many videos does he have? How do I look? I don't know. Oh, well. I'll figure it out. His videos get a lot of views, man. He's doing really good. We've only had one female villain. I think I can think of a couple more. We got Asphira, Harumi. Am I missing anyone else? I can think of two. Oh, Ultraviolet, if you want to count her. Surely there's a couple of other side villains that are also female. Makia, But we need more female main villains, Like, the Scorpion Queen. Oh yeah, Dogshank. There's another one. No Green Yoshi and Sunshine. Yes. And Misdemeanor. I like Misdemeanor, actually. She's on my wish list of Ninjago minifigures that need to be made. Bansha, there's another one. Cool. The Preeminent. Oh yeah, I guess the Preeminent is technically a lady. A lot of people forget that. First to permanently kill off Overlord and or Garmadon and wins $100,000. Oh boy, let's all write a Ninjago season, everybody. The former Ninjago City mayor could have been one. Oh yeah. Misako. There you go. Everybody's favorite female villain, Misako. Wojira. Meant as in main villains forgot about Asphira. Yeah, no big deal. Everybody forgets about Asphira. Understandable. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot of female main villains. That's true. We need more of those. But female villains in general, yeah, there's a couple different ones. Season 3 pictures. Sure. There you go. Devourer is a girl. Yeah, that is true. The Devourer is technically a female. If you kill the Overlord, who takes his place as the Balance of Darkness in Ninjago? That's an interesting question, because can you actually kill the Overlord? Here, I got an idea. Let's run a poll. Can the Overlord be killed? I know they've mentioned before that the Overlord cannot be destroyed. I don't know. Can the Overlord be killed/destroyed? I think I can say kill on YouTube, right? That's TikTok that has that very strange rule where you can't say the K word. We'll K word them. Can the Overlord be killed or destroyed? Yes or no? Oh, man. Does Kang control the TVA and Kang has an army? I mean, I think so. We saw in the Ant-Man trailer Kang had an army. I don't know if he controls the TVA, though. To be honest, I'm not really super into a lot of the new Marvel stuff. I've kind of just been, watching the movies and then not really thinking about them. Like the new Thor movie, I pretty much forgot everything about that. The new Black Panther, same deal. She-Hulk especially, same thing. Kind of just forgot about it a lot, so... let's see. What does the Jin Blade do? Traps people inside, from what I remember, from what I recall. And then, you got to go through this weird green slime world to get out or something. From what I remember from watching Season 6 Skybound. If it is to be destroyed, something must take its place. Yeah, because you need that balance, right? So who would take the place of the Overlord? Would they take Garmadon down there, as tragic as that would be? Would Garmadon constantly be there as Ninjago's darkness? That's a good question. Let's see. Did you see the studio series Rise of the Beasts Bumblebee? Let's see. What that blade he has is not it. I saw the figure on Twitter, but I didn't really look super close at it, if I'm being honest. I saw it and just kind of moved on. I'm not a huge fan of Bumblebee, nor am I a huge fan of the Bumblebee toys, but I'll be sure to check it out. If that blade is not it, then it's not it. If I'm being honest, I paid more attention to the Battletrap figure because I actually really like the look of Battletrap. He's pretty cool. Do I prefer Hunted or Sons of Garmadon? Definitely Sons of Garmadon. In fact, here's my hot take regarding the Oni trilogy. I think Hunted is the worst of the three. I prefer March of the Oni over Hunted any day of the week. I think that Sons of Garmadon and March of the Oni are much better in quality compared to Hunted. Hunted's my least favorite. Maybe that's a hot take, but it's my hot take. I'll accept it. Wouldn't Zane and Pixel adopt the child? I mean... they could totally just build a kid, right? Have you guys seen the movie Robots? I always talk about this movie, but nobody's seen it. Baby scene. Yeah, there's a bit where in the opening scene of Robots, these two robotic robot things, they build a robot baby. Because in this universe, let me show you a picture. In this universe, since they're robots, they can't really create a child the traditional way, is the most PG way of saying that. So they have to build a baby. And there you go. Zane and Pixel could do something similar. So, see, this is another task for Ninjago artists, man. Make this Pixel, make this Zane, make the same scene right here. That'd be amazing. But yeah, no, they'll probably just build a baby. They probably won't adopt one. Upgrades, people, upgrades. Absolutely. Yeah, Robots is really cool. Here's a fun story about the movie Robots. Back where I grew up, there was a futon store, right? It was a little bit out of the way, a little bit out of town, but that futon store, it sold all kinds of different furniture, right? TVs, couches, you name it. On all the TVs, constantly 24/7, the movie Robots was playing. Every time we went to that store, the movie Robots would be on the TV. So I just assumed they had it running all day, every day. Somebody at that store really liked the movie Robots. I don't know why. I feel like I'd get sick of it if I watched it literally all day, every day. But that's just that. That's what happens. Excuse me 1 second here. There we go. I just had to blow my nose quick. I apologize. I do have the snifflies. It is about that time of year, where I get the colds and whatnot. And I figured I should probably just do it off the mic as opposed to blowing my nose into the microphone and giving you guys some really disgusting ASMR. So that's what I got going on. I'm kind of sniffly. Can the Overlord be killed or destroyed? A lot of you guys are saying no. I agree with that. I don't think you can technically destroy the Overlord, but maybe you could get close. I'm not really so sure, though. That would get boring and annoying. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely... I don't even think there's any movie that I could do that with, to be honest. Like, if the movie was playing constantly where I worked, and I had to work, say, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, and that movie was just constantly playing, I don't care what movie it is, I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do that with any movie. Like, I'm thinking even my favorite movies. I wouldn't want to ruin one of my favorite movies with that, Watching it over and over again, all day, every day. Once tried to set Lloyd as my password once, but I was told it was too weak. Ahaha, there we go. Lloyd is too weak. Have I seen the Bendy and the Dark Revival game? I have not. I should probably tell Kat about that, though. Is that like a new one? Because Kat's a big fan of those games. She'd probably know more about that than I do. I haven't played any of the Bendy games, honestly. I should probably play them, though. They look pretty sweet. Saw robots once as a child. It feels like a fever dream. I mean, it does kind of feel like a fever dream. That is cool. I mean, that is true. That is true. That's very true. Remember when they released the Cantonese Ninjago episodes and people got mad? Yeah, for Crystallized, you mean? Yeah, Crystallized and its release schedule was something else, to say the least. It was not great, pretty much for anybody involved. Was not great. If Jay didn't use wind, what do you think would have happened? Like if Jay didn't use wind, or if he actually wasn't using wind during that scene, is that what you mean? Because if he didn't use wind during that scene, Ninjago fans wouldn't have been super upset about that. At the time, it didn't really matter, right? Because Jay used wind. Wow, fantastic. You could see wind as being a byproduct of lightning. But then, in Season 5, they introduced Moro, who had the power of wind, so... that's where people started to have a problem with that. I feel like he just used some type of weird lightning tornado power and that opened it up. So whatever works, I suppose. I don't think it was technically wind, though. Let's see. Have I played any of the God of War games? I have not, no. Not a huge God of War person. I think the games look cool. I just haven't really experienced any of them before. I never had friends that played them growing up. So no, God of War is something that I'm not really familiar with. Nothing against that series, though. I totally would want to try it. Hold up. Difficult question. Favorite whip. This sounds great out of context to a non-Ninjago fan. True. You go up to any other person on the planet, hey, what's your favorite whip? And they'll look at you like you're a crazy person. With that being said, I enjoy the Shintaro Dungeon whip. I think that's my favorite one. Aside from, the original Weekend whip, which is still iconic. But the Shintaro Dungeon whip, in my opinion, is probably the best whip out there. I have the poster right next to me here on my wall, and it looks fantastic. But yeah, that is true. If you go up to somebody and you're like, hey, what's your favorite whip? They're just going to phone the police. They're going to be like, nope. Let's see. Where are the kitties? Where are the kitties? Are they in here? Donde están my cats? Yeah, they Waffles in her pumpkin hut. I have no idea where Momo is. With their new feeding schedule, we just fed them before stream started. So they're probably both asleep because they just ate a pretty big meal. So they're probably relaxing, trying to sleep off that meal. You know how it goes, right? You ever eat a lot and then you just feel sleepy? That's my cats. All day, every day. We have them on a new feeding schedule for those that don't know. 5 p.m., 5 a.m. I'm up at both those times. And I don't like it. And guess which time I wake up at? And it's not 5 a.m. Wake up bright and early at 5 p.m. in the evening, and then I jump on stream. Favorite season? Season 4, tournament. In fact, why don't we do some tournament pictures for a bit? Love me some tournament. Let's see. Intros, poll idea. Possession, Sons of Garmadon, March of the Oni, or Seabound. That's an interesting selection of seasons there. Okay, let's do it. Which season has the best intro? Should we do those seasons or should we do some other ones too? I like including best intro / opening. I like including Possession. That one's iconic. That one's really iconic, actually. March of the Oni is also pretty iconic because of the legacy theme. You know, we go back through all the older Ninjago seasons. Season 4? Alright, we can do Season 4. Tournament of Elements. And should we do... Let's do Hands of Time as well. Let's do Hands of Time. I like that one. I think a lot of people also enjoy that one. So best intro / opening, Hands of Time, Possession, March of the Oni, Tournament of Elements. Take a vote. Why can't Kat be here today? She's still sleeping. I don't want to wake her up because, you know, I think she needs her rest. I hear she's not been sleeping well lately, so I'm not going to try to wake her up to get her to come on stream. Hopefully she'll be here at some point soon. Saw you got Dragon Megs. I might have. He might be right here on the desk. He might be in my hand right now as I pick him up and tap him against the microphone there. I really like this figure, man. This figure is really, really cool. Nice big wingspan. Kind of reminds me of like Kai's Fire Dragon. Kind of want to take a picture of Kai's dragon from Legacy and this Dragon Megatron together. I think that's awesome. Yeah, Kai's the focus for Season 4. I guess, yeah. Would I say that Kai's the focus for Season 4? I've always thought that Kai would have been the focus for Season 4. That's always been my go-to, but I don't know. It's kind of difficult to figure out who exactly the focus is of Season 4, to be honest. It could realistically be anybody. I've always said it was Kai, but, you know, people will disagree with that. Possession has my favorite intro. It's pretty cool. It's pretty good. It's not too bad. Possession is easily winning right now, though. I agree. Possession is really cool. Thoughts on Lego Brawls? It's pretty fun. I played it last week on stream for a bit with you guys, and it went really well. We're going to be playing more of it this week on the Friday stream, so be sure to swing on by on Friday. We're going to be playing some games, including Lego Brawls. I like it so far. It's not too bad. Megatron button? Hey, we haven't done that in a hot minute, but I have it right here. Where is it? Here we go.
Yes.
Yes. Sounds great, with especially with Dragon Megatron right here next to me as Air Razor falls off the shelf. Come on, Air Razor. Yeah, my Air Razor can't stand very well. She falls down all the time. Might need to fix her ankles there. They're kind of loose. Hey, it's been a while. Well, welcome back to the stream. Hopefully you've been well. Always felt that tournament is Kai's season. Yeah, I kind of thought that too. I mean, I feel like Kai is a little bit more focused on in this season as opposed to the other ninja. But then again, there's also some focus on Lloyd and Zane. So I don't know whose season it is. Could be everybody's. Could be a team season for all I know. Am I able to join Lego Brawls if I'm on my phone? I think so, right? Isn't Lego Brawls like cross-platform? Like it doesn't matter what you're playing on? Pretty sure you can. I don't think everybody needs to be on Switch. Like, I feel like people on PC could join. I feel like people on Xbox could join. Yeah, no, I feel like you should be able to join up. Let's see. The Wet Bandits, $1.99. Right in tune with the Christmas season. The Wet Bandits, amazing. Favorite Transformers movie of all time? Definitely the 86 movie. Let me pull up a poster really quick. Because this movie is fantastic.
Father would not want you to do this, brother.
And thank you very much, the Wet Bandits, for the $1.99. I'd say definitely this one. This is like my go-to, one of my favorite movies. I have the poster right here in front of me on the wall. It's amazing. It's a really good movie. If you guys are Transformers fans and you haven't seen that movie, you're doing yourself a disservice. You should totally check it out. But thank you very much, the Wet Bandits, for the $1.99. I appreciate that. Thank you for supporting the channel. And hopefully I was able to answer your question. Put on Dareth pictures? Nah, that's okay. I don't think I will. Nah, I'm okay. What do I think is the best Christmas song? That's a good question. My favorite Christmas song might be well, here. Can I pull up my Christmas playlist really quick? I use Spotify for those that don't know. I'm a big Spotify user. Let's see if I can find my Christmas playlist. Merry Christmas, everybody. Let's see. All right. So this is my Christmas playlist, if I can show it quick. There we go. This one right here, Merry 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 Frickin' Christmas, is by far the best Christmas song of all time. And I got a couple of other Christmas songs in here too. You guys can check out my Christmas playlist if you want. It's not really full of a lot of songs, but it's just songs that I like. But this one is by far my favorite Christmas song. If you guys haven't heard it, Oh boy, you're in for a treat. Would totally recommend checking it out. It's a really funny Christmas song. It's not serious, but it's a good Christmas song. It's my favorite one. Why don't we end off the best intro opening playlist here, or not playlist? Sorry, the poll. There we go. Jimmy Buffett has the best Christmas soundtrack. I will write that down. I'll be sure to check that out here after stream wraps up. Where's my post-it note pad? There we go. My little notepad. It's so cute. Jimmy Buffett. I will check it out. There we go. I can't spell. Perfect. Why does Galvatron kill Starscream? Because Starscream sucks and he deserved it. There's a hot take. Did it snow? Here a little bit. We got a little bit of snow. Not a whole lot, but a very, very little bit. The ground is still relatively warm here, and the snow pretty much melts immediately after after it falls. So we don't have a whole lot of snow, but there's a little bit out there. A little bit of more snow. I want a pet. Oh, how it pains me to do this. That movie is also really quotable. Love the 86 Transformers movie. Let's see. What seemingly irredeemable villain in Ninjago do you think could unexpectedly have a good redemption arc? That's an interesting question. Good example of an irredeemable villain. Like, who's a villain that's just so evil, but would have a really interesting redemption arc? My first answer was the Overlord, but I don't think the Overlord could ever have a redemption arc. What about somebody like Chen? I think if Chen had a redemption arc where he kind of tried to make it up to Skylar, for being a really terrible dad, maybe Chen would have an interesting redemption arc. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Chen. The Overlord, I'm not sure. The Overlord would certainly be interesting to be redeemed, that's for sure. But I feel like it's not very realistic. But Chen, I'm thinking Chen. I'm going to go with Chen. Ooh, Nauticon? Nauticon, that would be crazy if Nauticon had a redemption arc. The Overlord, Nauticon, and Chen are like some of Ninjago's most evil villains. So any of those being redeemed, quote-unquote redeemed, would certainly be interesting. What's my least favorite thing about Hero Factory? How it ended. I hate the ending for Hero Factory. That final wave, man, the invasion from below, just kind of threw out everything that I loved about Hero Factory and turned it into something that it's not, especially in the form of the in the TV show. That was just horrible. The ending is my least favorite thing about Hero Factory. Vex, that'd be interesting. What about Pythor? Pythor, I feel like we've seen him get redeemed a little bit already, Like, Pythor has kind of played both sides. He's been good, he's been bad. Sometimes he flip-flops, and, it's very hard to keep up with where Pythor is as a person, what exactly he's up to. But Pythor, I feel like his redemption is a little bit expected, realistic, I guess. Imagine an Asphera redemption. That'd be interesting as well. Like the minifig scale Hero Factory figures, though. Yeah, the figures are fine. I'm just not really keen on the whole, what they did with the show. The show is my main problem with Invasion from Below. The episode was just not good, man. Misako and Jay's birth mom. Yeah. Misako has been redeemed. She's been redeemed since season 3. Yeah, I agree. I feel like Misako has kind of been already redeemed. Like, her and Lloyd are on pretty good terms now, all things considered, right? When Lloyd was first reunited with Misako, they were kind of iffy, but, I feel like nowadays they're perfectly fine. Ooh, Klaus? That would also be interesting. Klaus being redeemed. I wonder what he would do. Why did the Snake Generals throw Garmadon into the ocean? Because they were sick of him. They were like, nope, see ya. We're going to take control of our own army, our own race, and Garmadon just got thrown into the water. I agree with the Snakes. They should have done that a long time ago. They should have just dumped Garmadon. Granted, it really didn't work out for the Snakes in the end, but I guess it did. Now that I think about it. They made a little society down there. The Snakes all live underground now. It's nice and cute. Am I going to see Avatar: Way of Water? Probably not. I don't really have any plans to see it. I hear it's like the best thing since sliced bread, but I'm not going to be checking that out. Maybe when the Blu-ray comes out, I'll watch it, but I'm not really going to go see that in the theaters. I really have no motivation, no interest of seeing that movie in the theaters. So, yeah, probably not going to check out the new Avatar. A better Harumi redemption. Harumi's redemption definitely was a little bit rougher on the edges, but I feel like for the most part, they did a pretty good job with Harumi. And her turn to good, I guess, but I understand why people don't like it for a lot of people, redeeming Harumi in the first place was a big mistake. For other people, it's how they did it that's the mistake. I think, like I said, a little rough around the edges, but overall, it was fine. It was totally satisfactory. Not the best thing ever, but also not terrible in my opinion. In season 2, Masako hated Lloyd so much she tried to jump out of a building and took his uncle with her. That is true, and that's actually one of Ninjago's most tragic moments. Let's see if we can find that quick. For those that don't know, this happened during... Oh, what episode was it? The day Ninjago stood still, I think. See if I could find this episode. She-Hulk review when? Probably never. Here's my quick review of She-Hulk. It's not worth reviewing. 1 out of 10. The day Ninjago stood still. There's a bit in that episode where Wu and Masako, in all their infinite wisdom, if I can find it here. What episode is it? 17, 18. Oh man, they don't have it on YouTube. What the heck? Oh, man. All right, well, I can't find the clip, so I'll just tell you guys about it. There's a bit where they jump out the window to avoid being killed by the Stone Army. They would rather jump out the window and die that way than, get killed by the Stone Army. So that was cool. That was interesting. Certainly one of the more dark themes in Ninjago's earlier seasons. It was the first time that she did Spinjitzu. Oh, first and the last time. Yeah, they should have Masako doing more Spinjitzu stuff. That'd be cool. Watched a clip of She-Hulk and I regret it. Yeah, I watched the whole show and I regret it. Both of Lloyd's parents had brown hair. Lloyd's uncle has blonde hair, and Lloyd has blonde hair. I think Masako cheated on Garmadon with Lloyd's uncle. That's been a common theory that I've seen throughout the community for years now, man. People have been theorizing about that all the way since the earlier couple of seasons. Unfortunately, there's a thing called recessive genes, right? Sometimes the blonde hair will skip a generation. At least that's how it works in the real world. Fun fact, when I was younger, I had blonde hair. As I aged and grew older, the hair got darker. But when I was born, up until I was about maybe 3 or 4, I had blonde hair. There's something that you don't know about me. And, it changed to brown there towards when I was 4 or 5 or whatever. But, yeah, sometimes genes will do that. Sometimes genetics will do that. From what I remember from learning in school. How did Kai get his dark hair? Let's see. Well, Kai's hair is a little bit lighter than his parents' hair. Like he like Rei and Maya both have black hair, right? Surely that has to do with genetics again, right? For all we know, Masako has blonde hair in her family too. Yeah, that could be. We know that the first Spinjitzu master at least had blonde hair. So either way, I can see why Lloyd got his blonde hair. And it doesn't mean that, Masako cheated on Wu or cheated on Garmadon with Wu or whatever, whatever was going on back there with their weird relationship that they had as a group. This is the type of stuff that makes Ninjago seem a little bit less interesting to think about, if I'm being honest. How did Kai lose his freckles? Sometimes freckles will just go away when people age up. I know that to be true as well. Or in Jay's case, maybe they come back as you get older. I don't know. Is Jay considered a ginger or dark brown? This was a huge controversy. Yeah, what exactly is Jay's hair color? Nowadays, it makes a little bit more sense, right? It makes a little bit more sense nowadays. But back in the day, it was kind of difficult to figure out what color Jay's hair was. In fact, that could be a very interesting poll idea. What color was Jay's hair? I'm going to say pre-movie redesign. Pre-redesign. The original Jay. Around 18, I got freckles. Yeah, sometimes freckles return when you get older, I guess. I don't know. Or sometimes they go away. I guess it just depends on the person. See, we're learning things. We're learning from each other here. What's the lore reason for why Lloyd had a bowl cut? That's a good question. Maybe his mom just hated him or something. Gave him a bowl cut. Red or brown? Or should I say orange? I'll say orange. Orange or brown? What color was Jay's hair pre-redesign? Let's take a vote. What color do you guys think Jay's hair was? Orange or brown? Take a vote. Let's see. Do you speak French? I do not. And I'm not sure what that means right there. I do not speak French. I can say oui, but that's about it. I'm not French. Kid Lloyd looks, oh my god, you are right. Kid Lloyd looks like Kazoo Kid. That is the most true thing that has ever been said on this stream. Have you guys seen Kazoo Kid? He looks exactly like young Lloyd. Kazoo Kid. That is literally young Lloyd right there. Absolutely 100%. Oh man, this poor kid. Yeah, if you guys have not seen this video, you on Kazoo, would totally recommend checking it out because it's hilarious. But that is very much Lloyd right there. That is young Lloyd. Oh my gosh, that is true. You are correct in saying that. That is young Lloyd. Let's see who's winning. Ooh, Brown is winning. Interesting. Yeah, I do feel bad for that kid. That entire legacy is just his entire legacy is just kazooing. It's ruined. Oh man. Ooh, and Garmadon had bowl cuts. Oh yeah, that's true. It probably is just like a genetic thing to have really gross hair when you're younger, and then a little bit later in life your hair gets a little bit more stylish until it's just amazing. So wait a minute, who are you? Yeah, if you guys have not seen You on Kazoo, give it a watch if you're ever bored. Check it out. There's a lot of really cool stuff online. A lot of very weird stuff online. It is the internet after all, so be wary when you're searching. Turn on your safe searches. There's my words of wisdom for the day. Sons of Garmadon or Prime Empire? Probably Sons of Garmadon. Prime Empire doesn't even really come close in my opinion. Like, Prime Empire is decent, but it's nowhere near as awesome as Sons of Garmadon. That's one of my favorite seasons for sure. Not Prime Empire, but Sons of Garmadon. Didn't LEGO use a red-orange hairpiece for Jay's pre-redesign? They did in the sets, yeah. They used like a ginger one in the sets. But in the show, it was always more brown before that. As soon as Rebooted hit, they changed his color ever so slightly to be a little bit more lighter red to match the sets. So I guess in a way, his hair has been both colors. But I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit more lighter season 3 and beyond as opposed to prior to that. Prime Empire is like a 4 out of 10. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that bad. I'd probably give it like a 5 or a 6, but it's definitely nowhere near the top for me. Sons of Garmadon best season. Yeah, I mean, it's up there. It's not my favorite season. My favorite season is still season 4, but Sons of Garmadon is second, and it's a very close second as well. He was ginger pre-movie. Yeah, but earlier than that, he had like darker hair though, you know? It wasn't always the same color. Like here, let me see if I can find a good example. J Gallery. I'm just going to go to the Ninjago wiki. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see here. If we can find a good example. If I can close out of these ads as well, that'd be sweet. That would be epic. Come on now. You can do it, Google. I believe in you. You can open up a new tab. Surely. Duplicate that quick. See, this is how it was in back during the pilots, season 1, season 2. It was kind of like darker like this. Does that not look darker than how it is like from season 3 and beyond? Maybe it's just me and my eyes, but I feel like that looks darker than his season 3 and beyond stuff. Let's see if I can find another good example. Well, when you look at this and you look at some of the stuff from Skybound, it certainly seems a little bit lighter in Skybound. Yeah, but maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm like seeing things here. Let me find a good example from season 3 really quick. Would I prefer OG Ninjago or present Ninjago? Oh man, can I say a bit of both? Because there's good stuff about both eras and there's also bad stuff about both eras. I will say, I think that newer Ninjago is a bit more ambitious, but I do have a lot of nostalgia for some of the older designs, you know, and the older seasons and just the older stuff in general. Like here's a good example, right? All right, so this image right here, yeah, maybe it's just me, but here, take a look at these two pictures, right? We have this from Jay, right, seasons 1 and 2, and then this is Jay from season 3. Does that not look a little bit more red, a little bit more orange in this season as opposed to this? Like, are those different colors? I don't know, maybe I'm just seeing things, but they certainly look a little bit different in shade to me. I don't know. Maybe that's just my brain doing flip-flops or whatever. Let's see. Looks a little darker, but not too much. Yeah, it's certainly not too drastic. It certainly is a subtle change, if there's any change. But I think there is just a little bit of a difference. Yeah, the lighting is affecting it too. That is true, yeah. It'd be cool if I could compare something in like two identical lighting situations, but I'm not really sure if that's going to be the case there. I will say though, in Rebooted and of course Beyond, the hair color is like consistently a lighter shade of red to me, as opposed to in season 1 and 2. But then again, maybe that's just me. Who's to say? Those are different colors. One sec, I'll compare the colors on an app. All right, cool. Maybe he dyed it? Yeah, either that or, like I said, hair colors will change in real life, just naturally. Maybe not as drastic as, like, when I was younger I had blonde hair, now I have brown hair. Something like that would be a little bit more realistic, where the hair changes in shade ever so slightly as someone gets older. Still waiting for the fold to drop the crystallized whip. Yeah, that's true. I'm waiting on that too, man. When will the crystallized whip drop? I don't know. Probably should have dropped a long time ago, but we'll keep being patient and we will get it eventually. Maybe before the end of the year. Fingers crossed for that one. Sons of Garmadon or Seabound? Sons of Garmadon. Seabound isn't really anywhere near the top for me either. I'd say Seabound is more like 7 or 8. I can't remember what I ranked it when I ranked all the seasons recently. Maybe it'll be a Christmas drop. Maybe. I just hope we get it at some point before the end of the year. That'd be cool. Do Ninjago stuff on Crayon. I'll write that down. That might be what I'm using, but I'm not really sure. I can't remember the name of what I'm using for my video tomorrow, but I will be sure to check out this service. See what's up. Ranked at 9th? Okay, yeah. Nowhere near the top for me. Top 10, but not near the top. That's reserved for some other seasons that I enjoy a lot more than Seabound. Just talked to my first childhood friend. It was actually an enjoyable conversation. That's awesome to hear. It's cool to see that people are reconnecting with their childhood friends. That's fantastic. Hopefully those conversations continue to go well. Best wishes regarding those. Ninjago is going to be an endless show. I like it. Yeah, honestly, Ninjago, I don't know. You could see it being broken up into different eras, right? Like certain eras will give fans the perfect opportunity to leave the series if they want to, but then if you want to stick around, you can still do that as well. I think it's a win-win in that scenario. For example, when Crystallized wrapped up, some fans could see that as, the end of the series and they can move on to doing other stuff. While people that still want to follow the Ninjago story, they can still follow it because we're still getting new content for 2023. So it's kind of like a win-win, and I like that. Ninjago is very flexible, and it tries to appeal to all of its audience members at once. I think that's good. Is Cole's me going to have the bushy eyebrows? It wouldn't be Cole if he didn't have bushy eyebrows. Cole always has the bushiest of eyebrows. If you threw a ball at 50 miles per hour to a wall 50.2737 kilometers away while including the curvature of the earth and air resistance, can you please tell us that Kat has watched Andor? She has not. She's actually been watching The Simpsons a lot recently, so that's been her adventure. She's been watching The Simpsons, not Andor. The Simpsons is like a bajillion times longer than Andor, but she still hasn't watched it. I will let you know if she watches it. Compared both, one's ginger and one's brown. Interesting. Yeah, so maybe there is a bit of coloration there. A little bit of coloration difference. I thought that there was, so glad to hear that I'm not crazy, or I'm not the only one that sees that. Let's see, when is she going to watch Ninjago? Hopefully at some point soon. That'd be cool. I've been trying to watch a little bit of Ninjago with her every now and then, but she just is like, no, let's watch The Simpsons. I'm like, all right, whatever. Would I prefer Garmadon evil or good? Him and Hunted honestly blew me away. Yeah, evil Garmadon is really good. Evil Garmadon's fantastic. And in a way, I kind of prefer that as opposed to good Garmadon. But evil Garmadon, he's also very funny. Good Garmadon is very wise. And I like both sides. I also really enjoy Crystallized Garmadon, I think, the most, because it's kind of like a good blend of both sides, You got the evil Garmadon in there, and also some of Sensei Garmadon. So I'd say, out of all the Garmadons out there, probably Crystallized Garmadon is now my new favorite version of Garmadon, but I don't know. I think they're all really good. I think they're all good. Did she watch Wednesday? I think she did, actually. Yeah, she watched the last episode last night when I was there, so I think she did watch that entire series. You guys are going to have to ask her what she thinks about it. I saw only the last episode of Wednesday, and it looked interesting, but it doesn't really look like it's for me, so I'm probably not going to check out the rest of the series. I only saw the last episode, but you know, I think Kat enjoyed it. So if you guys want to talk to her about that, feel free to do so. Core images, sure. We only have a few minutes left, so we can probably do core for a little bit here, but then we'll probably be wrapping it up soon. Yeah, I think she watched the entire series yesterday at work, actually. She only had one episode left, but then when she came home, we watched it, so... Yeah, and from what I could see, it was interesting, but not really for me, I guess. Have I seen the Last of Us trailer? I have, for the new show. Looks good, but at the same time, I'm kind of like... I hope they don't screw it up, man. The Last of Us is an amazing game. I'm actually playing through part 1 right now, actually. Last of Us Part 1, the new PS5 remaster or remake or whatever. I'm playing through that right now. I played the original for the first time last year, and I loved it. But I really hope the TV show doesn't ruin it, you know, dare I say. We see that a lot with video game adaptations. Usually the movie / the show, they tend not to be very good, so I'm hoping that this one will be the exception. I think some of the casting choices are really cool, so I'm pretty confident with that, I guess, but I'm just worried. Man. Is Dragon Garmadon metal? No, it's just the traditional plastic. There's no metallic bits on this guy, and I can see why. The original Transmetal figures had a lot of problems with flaking, from what I remember, from what I've been told. So I act like they were around when I was a kid. No, Beast Wars was maybe 2 or 3 years before I was born. So I definitely did some catching up as soon as I was able to actually consume media. So, do I like math? It's your favorite subject. Math, not really. I was more of an English guy. I was more of a writing guy. Math never really, you know, we didn't really get along. Let's just say that. I wasn't really good at math. All my math teachers growing up were kind of, what's a nice word that I can say on stream? They weren't really helpful in my education, I guess you could say. Math teachers never really were at my school. So yeah, no, me and math never really got along. Why don't we answer one more question before we wrap things up here for today? We can do one more question before we call it quits, right? Surely. Let's do one more question. I'm going to take a sip of my water in the meantime here. So hold on right there. All right. What should we do for like a final question? Ooh, there you go. Do you think Crystallized is getting overhated nowadays? I will say there's a lot of people that are flip-flopping their opinions on Crystallized, and that's totally fine, right? If you don't know how to feel about it. I just feel like there's a lot of what's a good way to put it? There's a lot of opinions in the community that are presented as being the right opinion. Right? Like you see this a lot of times on like Ninjago Twitter especially. Somebody will be like, Crystallized is garbage. And if somebody in the comment says that it's good, they're shunned or, you know, blocked or, you know, their reply just isn't really considered. So I feel like there's a lot of that going on. I feel like Crystallized in a way is kind of being overhated, but at the same time, I can't really, you know, I can't say that it's wrong to not like Crystallized. You know, you can totally hate it as much as you want, but I don't know. I feel like there's just too much of putting down other people's opinions in the community, and I feel like maybe we should be a little bit more open and considerate towards others' thoughts and opinions, but maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm dreaming a little bit too hard there. But there's my stance on that. I don't think it's being overhated to an extent, but at the same time, I think there's also a lot of people that are like trying to push their objective opinion of Crystallized being bad, if any of that made sense. So that's my quick stance on that. And with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and wrap things up here. We stream Monday to Friday, 6 to 7 Central, daily updates on the community tab. Feel free to check out the community tab for any updates that may or may not be there. If I'm not here during any given stream time, there'll probably be an update there. And with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and wrap things up for today. Tell Kat we miss her. Will do. I will pass along the message. She misses you guys too. She feels bad about not being able to be here because she wants to get her sleep. But I told her no big deal. Prioritize your sleep pattern, prioritize your health, and you will return to stream whenever you feel like it, whenever the time is right. So there are some hugs for you guys. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. If you guys enjoyed today's stream, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff as is, and I'll talk to you guys again in the next one. Have a fantastic rest of your day/night, everybody, and thank you all so much for being a fantastic audience. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll talk to you guys again real soon. Peace.